knew I forgot something. Guess I also forgot to start the stream on YouTube. Alright, now you should see my screen.
Yes, I can. So in self is superset of self to self. So tokens in self is going to be the tokens we're looking for in the look ahead.
Yes.
The negative look ahead.
Yes. Or positive. So that's in the look ahead base class.
So if all the tokens in self are listed in the follow set, then it's never gonna match. Then return empty. Yes. This is correct.
So that's for the positive one, right?
Oh, this is positive? Oh, crap, I was looking at the wrong one.
One's positive, one's negative, yeah.
I keep mixing them up. I every time I think I understand the expression, I trip again.
Yeah. But we did look at the resulting grammars and went through.
No, see, if it's a negative look ahead for A, B, and C, and the follow set is A, B, C, and D, like tokens in self is a subset of the follow set, but there is a valid configuration. Right?
Right. So let me write this example down. So if negative look ahead is like not A, B, C, and the follow set is A, B, C, and D, then this is a subset, yes. And there's a not here.
Oh, I didn't see the not. Whoops. You're right. I didn't see the not.
Right. So this would not be redundant. If it's
yeah, like... no. This is right.
If it's like this, it's still not redundant. It needs to be something entirely different. Right? Then it's...
Wait, no, wait, what if it's A and B? Just A, B.
It's just A, B.
No. A, B, C in the token itself, but on the right, A and B. It's not a subset, but it's still redundant. It needs to... Oh, I know it. It needs to be follow set minus the tokens itself. It needs to be not empty. Right? Is that equivalent to a subset? Like, it sounds like it should be equivalent, but I'm not... Right? If no, there's a not. I keep forgetting about the not. Damn it. Sorry. No, you're right. I keep forgetting about this. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not in my prime today. I'm not in my prime today. I'm sorry. I keep interrupting you for
so this is something that's best written on paper, I think.
Yeah.
Rather than looked at on a screen. Anyway, there were some interesting.
I'm not sure if you heard the notification, but Blaze joined us. So.
Oh, hello.
Hi, I'm eating, so I didn't want to disturb you with my chewing. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah, so let's finish the quick recap of what we did 2 weeks ago. So, assuming these logic statements are correct, which is some brain bender, there are two complications that hide behind these rules. So there's a token set, and there's get follow set for path, right? So to compute what can follow the negative look ahead, we need to know where in the grammar the look ahead is.
Mm-hmm.
So all of the simplify methods now get a path, which is basically the tree path of how to get from like from the root of the grammar to this negative look ahead.
Right.
Mhm.
That's so cool.
Right. So whenever a simplification routine recurses, which is most interesting in sequences. So what do we do with path? Oh, there's this path to child. So the path is basically a tuple of steps to take, and each of those is the parent item and the position within that parent item. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And path.child basically, yeah, it's not a tuple, it's node with a parent.
Okay.
Right, so since we have that, we can now traverse the tree upwards, basically, and that allows us to compute the set of tokens that can follow something. And there was one more complication, which is this token set. And the complication there is that if you have a name token, that would include, for example, the underscore token or an identifier or so. Right, so we either have literal tokens which have a string to be matched, or there's a type of token. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right, so now we have two of these classes. Right, there's a literal token and a symbolic token, and well, a literal token has a kind, which is of type symbolic token.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. This is, I guess this is still kind of a draft.
Question that doesn't really seem that important, but don't doc strings usually end with a period?
Oh.
Like, I'm not sure. I'm just asking because since this is a docs pull request, this seems kind of important.
So I don't know that by heart, but let's see. There's pep. There's
Is it
pep
that
8 style guide for Python code, and there's another pep docstring conventions, which I don't know if many people know about it and follow it, but
Yeah, I had no idea about this one.
So
I don't think it's enforced, but I think it's basically like the expectation is that if it's a one line, the first line of a doc string should be end with a period, like a sentence. But I don't think it's like a syntactic issue.
So for functions, definitely yes. But if you want to document a class, like which is a thing, to make this a sentence, it would need to be like represents a token that can match, or this is a token that can blah blah blah. So I'm a bit more okay with a fragment here. Well, who knows? This is not a sentence, right?
And it could be a dictionary entry though. Like not a dictionary, Python dictionary. Like a what is it called? A listing entry?
Yeah.
Like literal token
Like
colon.
a
token
definition.
is yeah,
Right.
definition. Yes.
Does that end with a sentence if you?
I
I
think
think that's
so.
okay. Like in a dictionary, like when you're looking things up in the dictionary definition. I think you're probably okay. I can drop into the general channel and ask.
So apparently all
I'll
the
tell you what,
classes
if you like.
I made are like, oh, there are just like this. So I guess that needs a
Yeah, I don't know.
period at the end. Yeah, so the pep again says the docstring is a phrase ending in a period. It prescribes the function or method's effect as a command. But I'm not documenting a function. If I did, there would be a period.
Yeah.
So I think I So yeah, if I take this as a formal specification, then yes, it should end with a period. But
But it doesn't have to
think
be.
it's just
It doesn't have to be. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It specifically states like this is how it works for functions and methods, not
Oh,
yeah.
like
not classes.
yeah. I don't know. I would put a period there, but like I don't think the standards specify either way.
Yeah, so if you want to go ahead and get that cleared up with the docs community and get the
Yep. Yep.
pep changer,
I'll do that.
just put
I'll
this
be-
in the style guide, which is I think in the dev guide currently. I don't think it really needs a
Okay.
pep. Yeah, I'd be happy to follow that.
Okay.
Right, so those are the two complications that we had last time. And today I guess we were wanting to look at a pull request from Blaze, right? Let me see if I find do you remember where was it to my fork?
Let's see. I think it's yours, yeah.
Oh, I have.
No?
This one.
That's it.
Alright. Last two commits where we added a test for the dogs generator. Next we can ignore. Alright, so this one. And this one. No, I guess it's 3, right?
3.
Yeah, I think we made like a spelling mistake and then we ended up doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, don't remember.
All right, so there's
it took us
test.
a little while to figure out this peg generator for docs. Like where's it called? Oh yeah, it didn't work at first. Yeah, we figured out later how the import tool works.
Right.
There was some thrashing around.
Okay, so port unit test from tools spec generator, docs generator, import these things, and there's the token test. We assert that a token set of this literal token is a subset of, yeah, like it looks good. The importing is usually done in a different way.
Yeah, we fixed it in a later commit.
Oh, okay.
The next one, I think. Yeah, we didn't understand how it worked at first, but yeah, now it's fixed.
Yeah, that looks good. So yeah, so there's some test tools, and there's an, well, I mean, if there's a function for that, like a context manager for that, then it's probably good. I don't think I've used it too often, so let's see where it is. So that would be like test tools. Tools, and then there's this inputs under tool, which basically gets the tool directory and then calls another helper like directories on syspath. From the capitalization you can see that this is quite an old helper.
Huh.
Yeah, so it basically adds stuff to sys.path.
Is the yield part of the context manager?
Yeah. So this decorator converts the yield to basically, here's where the inside of the width. Here's where the.
Oh, I see. That's smart. I like that.
Runs.
That is real smart.
Yeah. So if you want to, we can dive a bit deeper into how that works. Let's see what's next. Convert this to a set. Oh, so this is a different. Oh, this is. Oh, you're right. This is insert. Removing the assert. Yeah. So this was just a quick assert. For the test, it would be nice to add a few more asserts. For example, it doesn't work the other way around, and we also have a superset, which I guess should be reversed. If we have like a few literal tokens in here and they're all names, then it should still be a subset, things like that. There's a lot of things you can test once you got the infrastructure. So should I merge this somehow?
There are other things, not just the test in this merge, in this pull request, I think.
Oh. Really?
Are they not? I thought this was an older branch that you were working on, an older fork.
Grammar and docs.
If not, then that's fine. Then we're done here.
Oh yeah, there's those things. This grammar uses a combination of things.
God.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh.
Did we manage to revert that one? Is there a revert command?
No, we reverted some things, but I guess maybe it didn't work.
So
did you remember to push? Maybe just forgot to push.
So the goal is to add this to CPython, right? And when you send
Yes,
a pull
exactly.
request to
Yeah.
CPython, it's all squashed together, so the structure of the
Okay, fair
individual
enough.
commits doesn't
Yes.
really matter. Right?
Very good. Okay.
So what
Good.
I can do is I can fetch your repository here. If I have it already, no. It's my little helper remote add, which does git remote
Yes.
add dash f your dash f your name and the GitHub URL. So this,
What's the F for?
you could also do this manually, and what the F does is it fetches.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Ah,
So
okay,
when
I
you
was-
do that,
I thought it was-
it automatically fetches all the branches from your fork.
Oh my God,
Right.
that's a lot of branches. Okay.
That is a lot of branches. I think I have
Because
more.
it's CPython.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now I can just get these two. This one, the 1.4, and B, blah, blah. I can cherry pick these.
Mm.
Oh, there they are. Now we have a test. Thank you.
Nice.
That's so awesome.
These are cherry picked.
Oh, and does his yeah, presumably his co-author tags that
Oh,
shows
yeah,
up also. Right? Yeah.
Yep,
Okay, good.
it's there.
Yeah. Okay.
So let me push that to my fork. And I'll say thank you here. And you can file a new request, a new pull request if you want to add some more tests.
Okay.
Now that it's in here, let's see. Where was that added? Test pick generator, test duck generator. Right. I think it is the same thing, yeah, for the pick generator. I'm still not 100% sure if the docs generator should be under pick generator, so maybe there could be more with statements here. But if we restructure, also restructure the tests, and then let's try to run it. Should probably make this version of Python. So that's test tools. Test pick generator. Ooh. It says creating a virtual environment and building C extensions is slow. To run this test, you need to enable the CPU resource.
Oh.
Right, so to run it, I need to do u CPU. And I will create a virtual environment, do a bunch of stuff, did that. We definitely don't need the venv. Wow.
Oh, success.
Yeah, that was a success. It looks like the C parser might be the only thing that needs the venv. So maybe the support requires CPU could be moved to here. Let's see. Yep. So this, if you're
Oh, wow.
interested in
Yeah.
a pull request to CPython, you might want to move that support requires CPU from test spec generators init to test cparser. And that could probably go in right now. You can just open that as a pull request to CPython.
Okay.
And then in it you probably don't need the support thing. But I'll leave it in now. Alright. So that was pretty fast. Do you want to continue making this test better?
Yeah, I'm just opening up my repo now, but I'm catching up. So we could, but I might have to ask questions about what we just did.
Sure, definitely.
Yes, sure.
So we want to add like more little tokens here, maybe change the order, like test that if
I mean,
symbolic token is not a subset of literal tokens and so on.
Oh. Well, yeah, I don't have a strong opinion either way. We can go, I mean, we can also do it some other time.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's leave it for another time then.
Yeah, sure.
Do you want to?
I'll make that change because it speeds things up. Right. The support that requires.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you want to look into the decorator thing, like context lib context manager?
Is I mean, I understand how it works. I just didn't think to use decorators that way. I was just surprised it was crafting. That's all.
Right. Yeah. So. Okay, so we can go back to the stocks generator then, and maybe see what is there still to do. So one thing to do is thinking about optional sequence with separators. Might be better for the graphical stuff we'll do later. The big thing to do is better line wrapping, simplifying the elif statement. see what we can do there. I think this looks a bit different than last time. Oh, so the to-do item is to simplify elif statement from the thing we have now, which is a bit different than we had before. Oh, so apparently before we had this, so elif name expression colon block and then either elif statement or an optional else block, and apparently now we have a simplification that takes this optional arm of the choice and moves the optionality outside, so we don't have those parentheses here and we just have the square brackets, which looks pretty nice. And the to-do was about simplifying that further to saying this can be one or more of this elif blah 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 and then an optional else block. Does that actually
be 0 or more?
Excuse me?
Should it be 0 or more? Shouldn't it be 0 or more instead of 1 or more? Oh no, sorry, elif statement.
This is elif statement here. Is that more readable?
I don't know.
I don't really think how to.
It's more it's more concise, but I don't know if it's more readable. Yeah, no, I understand now. I think it's fine. Both ways.
Yeah. So this way will probably look nicer if once we convert this to the syntax diagrams.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I agree.
But let's do that later then. Okay, what are the next to dos? Mark look-aheads as necessary or not. We actually did that. So there's this pattern capture target that has this negative look-ahead, which is necessary. And for start targets, yeah, there's also this one that's necessary. So this one's done. Then there's this func type comment rule. I don't know if we still have it. grammar, it's in the parser, and it's in this comment. So no, it doesn't appear in the documentation anymore. Some simplification removed it, probably the lookaheads. Then class def for all. See if naming the arguments. Oh, this would need grammar changes. So in compound statements, no, it's probably in the grammar. Maybe we want to look into class def. There's decorators, class name, type param, arguments, and the to-do item is about oh right, maybe this could be named inheritance as it is in the older documentation.
Oh yeah. I mean, strictly speaking, it's not just inheritance, right? Because you can have keyword arguments there, like meta class.
Right.
Or you used to. You used to.
Yeah, it used to be inheritance.
Actually, no. Wait, did the meta class? I know there's an ABC like decorator now, but did the meta class argument ever vanish, or is it still down the road?
Oh, it's still there.
Ah, okay.
You
so
can
yeah,
even have.
It's not.
So yeah.
Yeah, so it's not strictly just inheritance. It is arguments.
Yeah. So you can have.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is balanced Python.
And yeah, it printed everything out.
Yeah, it did.
Right, and then you can have like separated with a new line, right?
Really? Okay, that's news to me.
If so, any keyword arguments except meta class are just passed to the meta class.
I see.
Meta classes are fun. Don't use this in production, nobody will understand it. But it's valid grammar, that's what matters for us. Right, so this is probably not worth changing the grammar for then. Let's remove the to-do here. So mark an alternative as optimization only. So in delty atom, that would be simple statements probably, no. Where's delty atom? Did we get rid of that in another simplification again? So delty atom is in del target. And the rule del target is covered by optional del targets. Yeah, this one. Aha. Right, so the thing here is that del target is a special case of del targets. It's del targets is a comma separated list of del target. So del target will always match this. So when we're just listing the grammar,
oh yeah,
this is redundant.
yes.
And if we could do that, then this thing would match. Oh no,
No, it's
Yeah, this thing would look a bit more like that one. Actually, I'm not sure why it's
oh
the
right,
same
dull
thing is not
items.
here
Yeah,
either.
yeah. It looks closer though. I think it's worth going for that.
I could probably do some kind of special case optimization where if we see a rule, like if we in a choice see that one of the rules is in this form.
I don't know because this is so specific. It
It
would
is very
only
specific.
obfuscate. It would only obfuscate the rest of the code.
Yeah.
Like,
So probably the best way to solve this is to go to the Python grammar and say that this would be do something like optimization only, like do some kind of marking that would be ignored by the tool but parsed by the parser. Probably not for right now. Let's leave that for
I think it's worth
later.
I I think it's worth revisiting, but just mark it for.
Yeah.
Oh, you already did mark it. Never mind.
Alright, then we have the proper slice thing. Now let's look at the grammar again. Ooh. Is that an old name?
I can't find that test that we changed. Was it support.requires? No,
Oh,
it was
did
something
I
else.
not push it?
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't think you did.
Oh, I did. Pull my branch, and then it should be in tools spec generator. Oh no.
Okay.
In libtest test spec generator test generator.
Oh, okay. Okay. Where we moved the venv? I was thinking of that other.
Oh, I didn't
where
move.
we remember when we
didn't commit the move, but that should be
Oh,
the
okay.
main. Well, test spec generator / main.py.
Okay, thanks.
Or init, sorry. This init.py.
Init. Oh, I see. Okay, let me get that then.
Okay, so this to do is giving names to sub-expressions in here. So instead of expression, we would have start, stop, and step.
Step.
So these already have names in the grammar. They're named A, B, and C.
Actually, no, it's A, B, and D. The C is D with an extra colon.
Oh, right. right. So maybe there would be a way to like rename these and reuse those names, like show the names to humans if they're more than a single letter or something like that. But that's probably also for after the initial commit to CPython.
Yeah, this sounds like a big change if it's actually changing the C code.
No, I mean I could do start here, stop here, and step here, and then I think they're like local variables.
Well, that's just it. Just that. Okay.
I think so. Let's see. So that made some big changes to the grammar. Actually, no, yeah, it literally renamed local variables in some generated C code.
That's nice.
It still compiles, so it probably will run. Yeah, so this is not that interesting. The interesting thing would be then to take these names, somehow figure out that they are meaningful, and show them in the actual grammar. Which,
didn't we discuss this already?
yeah,
I feel like I remember something like this, that we could just use underscore in the start of the name to
yeah.
signify that.
I'm going through the to-dos we have here, but I think this is also best left for later. And the next to last to-do item is that we shouldn't simplify the try statement, which looks like this in the grammar. Try block, finally block, try block. Let's look at that in the grammar here. Right, try colon block, finally block, try colon something else, try colon and with the stars. But with our simplifications, it looks like this. It has try block, and then the little variants there are simplified, which makes it a bit harder to read. Does that make sense? So what do we do here? And this is good. So as a quick fix, just to see what we could do, let's see what would happen if I just didn't simplify the try block rule. Now, where's the simplification code? Where do I call simplifications? Let's convert grammar. I guess this is in convert grammar. Here. Here. So if the rule name is what was the name? Try statement. Don't do anything. And let's see if that makes any change. Oh, right. Yeah, that didn't do this assignment either. Rewrite it like this. That didn't change anything. I would probably have to do the same thing in one more place. Yeah, there's another simplify node here. remove the simplification, then I get a little unreachable there, so I can't really do this very easily. I don't know if I should do some kind of settings to say what kind of simplifications are allowed in individual statements, or just leave it be. I mean, this is one case where the simplifications result in more unreadable code. But maybe it's okay. It would probably work if this was replaced by, for example, try finally, try accept, and try accept star. And then those would be defined like this. Maybe that would be more readable. I don't know. Anyway, I guess I also want to leave this for later. And then next we have always inlining star expression. Where's star expression? Star expression appears in star annotation, which is a part of function definitions. Does it appear in the grammar? Type parameter, param with default, that's it. First statement, I don't know, I would probably also call this one an old to-do. We can revisit it later, maybe we find it. Right, so what would you like to see in the rest of the stream? Starting with the diagrams or better line wrapping?
What would better line wrapping even mean?
So that would mean
like more of
taking
this stuff.
very long lines like this and converting them to several lines so that it's more readable. I still don't know what kind of algorithm
I'm tempted to use
for that.
Oh. I'm tempted to, if we haven't done any of the graphic stuff yet, I'm tempted to like do a spike just to see what that looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Are we gonna use a
let's do that
library,
then.
or are we gonna like do it from scratch?
No, we have a library.
Okay, good.
I would love to do it from scratch.
I mean, it does
Yeah.
sound fun from scratch, but it's so much work. Oh my God.
Well, we could do it from scratch. I mean, we have the technology.
Well, so there is a library called, I think, Railroad Diagrams, owned by PI. I think this person is Googler or ex-Googler. So this one has like 1,500 stars.
Yeah, it's legit.
Started in JavaScript. Now it has a Python port. Generates railroad diagrams like this. It will. Well, let's see the README here. I think it will do most of what we want, but not all of it. So we might want to try and see how far we go. So I don't think this will do good look-aheads.
Oh.
So this is everything that this has, right? So there's a sequence, there's a stack, which is just a sequence formatted differently. There's an optional sequence, which we talked about several times already. So this is like every item is individually optional, but at least one of them must be chosen. I don't think this allows separators between these items, which we would need for the stuff that appears in the Python grammar. There's choice. There's multiple choice, which is just kind of weird. Similar to a choice, but more than one branch can be taken. Yeah, this looks specific to CSS grammar. All
Well,
branches must
maybe
be
we should.
taken. Yeah, I don't even understand what these icons mean.
I guess this is all three in any order.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Huh. Interesting. I haven't seen a need for it. Anyway, then there's horizontal choice, which is like choice, but if it's too long, you can like format it differently.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, best used by a simple choice would be too tall. So the library is like for semi-hand generated semi-automated diagrams, where you can you're not generating all of it, but tweaking it by hand. Right,
oh wait, hang on. It seems you can insert text in the middle of the connections with that foo bans.
Oh, for
No,
optional
down
sequence?
below. No, sorry, you go down a little bit. That foo baz, right next to your mouse. Nope. Yeah. There,
One
gotcha.
more.
Oh, yeah. These? Yeah. So
yeah.
For one or more, yes.
Okay, so we can include separators that way, it seems.
Yes, for one or more.
Oh, only for those?
And 0 or more, yeah. We can definitely include separators there. But I wanted them for this optional sequence thingy.
Yeah.
And by the way, this optional sequence is something we would need our optimization to handle, and we don't do that yet because this doesn't really have a good text format yet. You can't represent this in text, so that's an
Yeah.
extra optimization
Oh.
you can do.
I see.
I've done that. Optional one or more alternating sequence.
That's a weird one.
I don't think Python has that.
Yeah,
gather is.
I'm just gonna say it. I don't like this symbol. It explains nothing.
well, you can follow the little railroads.
Kinda, yeah, but it still is. That looked more like a rune than an actual.
I guess this is like Python's gather, but you can start at the separator.
Yes, yeah.
There's 0 more. There's a group. This with different styling could work for look-aheads.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd probably want to roll our own thing anyway. Or maybe contribute to this library. I don't know.
True.
Oh, what kind of issues does this have? Example: HTML has bit rotted. Does this have contribution instructions? Oh, we'll see. Maybe we'll re-implement it. Would be fun. But I don't know how much custom code we want to put in the CPython repository. Alright, so what do we do here? There's railroad.py, which is a 2000 line self-contained Python file under there's readme.py under an MIT license. There's this license. Right, so we could so generating the documentation already requires a virtual environment with Sphinx and a bunch of other stuff installed in it. So maybe we could just install this from PyPI. Let's see, there's requirements.txt. Needs Sphinx, blurb, Sphinx open graphs, Sphinx not found page. So if we stick railroad diagrams in here, we'll probably be able to use it. But what to do next? How do you put an SVG inside Sphinx documentation? Does anybody do that before? Obviously I haven't done that.
I think you did the image oh. I guess I've only ever done it by doing the image directive .image.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, so you can do raw HTML. Include a file. Yeah, I guess so we can if we generate images then we can include them in the documentation just as regular pictures. Or we could do something like this raw HTML and put the SVG directly in the output.
Oh, wow.
Which would mean the SVG doesn't show up for anything that's not HTML, like the PDF exports.
I think LaTeX doesn't know how to do SVG. I seem to remember that there was an issue with SVG and LaTeX, so maybe it's okay to have. No, maybe they do that. Okay.
There is now a package SVG.
Oh, okay.
That,
Cool.
oh,
Very recent.
I don't want.
When was this written?
I don't want to look. I don't want to look into how that's
Yeah.
implemented.
Yeah, the LaTeX writer for Sphinx is ugly.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. So, what kind of images do we have in the documentation?
That's a good question.
Do we have images? There's PNG. There's PDF and PS. Oops.
I can bring that up in general as well. Because I know that we do some things that are a little bit different from Sphinx.
Pathlib inheritance.svg. So.
Oh, wow.
Let's see.
That's cool.
Where that's. Oh, pathlib.rst. Right, image pathlib inheritance. Oh, that's PNG. That is PNG. Oh dear. So I guess this is the source.
Oh my god.
Library pathlib inheritance does SVG, and then it gets converted to PNG manually. I think, probably. That's not very nice.
Manually.
Yeah, I don't really see a tool. And if you grep for pathlib inheritance, it only appears there in any kind of source. So I assume the SVG is just there, as something to edit if things change, that you need to create the PNG manually. And that is... Oh, there's also pi.svg.
Oh. Oh, icons. For Windows.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's svg.py somewhere. I have a... So... There's PC icons.
I mean, I guess there's GraphViz. I think GraphViz does railroad diagrams. But I don't think it outputs to SVG. Well, maybe it does output to SVG.
But that... So using that would mean you have to have GraphViz installed at what? Docs build?
Yeah.
Or when you change the
At
grammar?
Oh God.
Either when you change the grammar and the output gets checked in, or the output doesn't get checked in, but you need to have it installed when the docs build. I don't think that's really.
No, that's a big dependency. Yeah.
So let's not do that. Well, what to do?
I found another one. I'm not sure. It's called RR. Did you find this one already?
I don't remember RR. No.
RR Railroad. I can send you in. Where's the chat again? Oh, here. Yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it generates to SVG, but it does seem to make...
Oh yeah, so that's written in Java.
Oh,
and
well, I specifically... Yeah, no, that's on me. That's on me. I specifically Googled DuckDuckGo, DuckDuckWent, Python.
Yeah.
I didn't even check. Yeah, no, you're right. This is Java.
Yeah, so I think the person who set me on this diversion used this one on the discourse thread.
Yeah. I remember that.
But yeah, I guess this generates SVG, PNG, something like that. I think it has let's open it in here. It has a UI. Note, IPv6 only. Whoops. This name. Oh, right, so you put in a grammar and it generates a diagram. It's nice. It can do HTML, Markdown with SVG, HTML with so that's all SVG, and PNG. So that's nice, but I don't think we can use it. We can't really use the JavaScript one as well.
Hang on, I think I found some a while back. Let's see, where did I have the?
I've tried to mess with this, so I'm not sure I can actually be of assistance other than...
No, yeah, you'll be fine. Don't worry, we'll need you in a moment. It was around here somewhere. I found some. It's funny because Pradyung recommended it. Maybe we should ask him what to do with SVGs, because he does a lot. Or maybe he only works in HTML. Maybe he doesn't do PDFs.
Yeah, I think the docs theme that Pradyum themes that Pradyum makes
Yes.
are HTML and CSS only.
Okay.
So I want to look at the raw directive in Sphinx. It's probably in restructured text. Raw data pass through. Alright, so potential security hole, blah blah blah. Bypassed restructured text markup. Raw HTML, raw LaTeX. Yeah, so if we would want to limit ourselves to HTML only, we can include SVGs directly. I guess we could also do images Let's see.
Oh, this is a Python tool. Draw grammar. Let's see.
Do you have a link?
Yeah. Here's a link. Take a look at that, and then let me get the GitHub in a second. Yeah, for an example. This is a Python implementation, and it is EBNF. It's available as a command line tool.
And it's written mostly in OCaml. What?
Oh, I thought it was written in Python. Oh, I'm sorry. 6 years ago.
No,
Okay.
I think this railroad diagrams library is the best
Yeah,
there is.
that's the
in
one.
Python.
Yeah. Oh, camel. Jesus. Okay.
Images. So there are two directives to include images: image and figure. HTML can do anything except PDF. LaTeX can do PDF, PNG, and JPEG. Right. So there's ODT, which can do like a superset of LaTeX. So if you want to support LaTeX, we pretty much need PNG. Because we're definitely not converting to PDF. So
Yeah.
I'd say we limit these to HTML at least for the initial implementation.
Sure.
And just extend. So now we can either extend the Sphinx extension, which is in tools extensions by specific maybe. What's this grammar snippet extension? Yeah, so it's in here. And there's this grammar snippet directive, and we could probably extend that to generate the SVG. Because what this does is basically yeah, so all this does is takes the body of this directive and puts like a header line on top and puts and gives that to the parser to generate a production list. So I guess after that it could go and generate an SVG. I don't know if we want to generate all the SVGs. Oh wait, no, we probably don't want to generate all the SVGs on every docs build.
Yeah, I was about to say that we probably want a separate target for that.
Yeah. Right, so the docs generator tool will not only rewrite the documentation files, but it will also generate the pictures. And yeah, so it'll generate SVGs for now, and maybe later we can teach it to do PNGs or LaTeX.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's an option to do multiple formats. just stick with HTML. Do SVGs. So okay, so what would this do then? I guess so what do we do here? There's a grammar snippet directive that makes a paragraph parses some content and fills up that paragraph and then returns the paragraph's children. So what happens if I parse the same content twice? Will it appear twice in the documentation? Or is there some hidden state? See how fast Sphinx can build that. Nope. So apparently if I parsed something twice and nothing appeared, so that's not the way to do it. If I do two different paragraphs, will that work? Oh, I know what's happening. The cache is happening. I'm changing this this extension, but I think I also need to do a change in some file to make.
Oh, I see. To force a new doc
to make Sphinx think something changed. Okay, now we are getting an error. So yeah, now Sphinx complains about duplicate rule name, which is great. So this is getting parsed twice. That's great. So I guess I can add to this paragraph. I can generate some, or maybe I can generate some new text at the end. So maybe let's do append a blank line and then like hello restructured text.
Oh.
No, now I'm extending a view list with a non-view list. Because this, there's the source.
Oh.
So maybe this append, like this insert, also takes this source keyword argument.
Wow.
So whenever there's an error, Sphinx has to reread everything again. Alright, so that did something.
Oh, that's nice.
And it did this hello rest.
Look at that.
Nice.
Wow.
That's their twice
Look
for
at that.
some reason.
That's
Very nice.
I don't know why it's there twice. Oh.
Yeah, I was about to comment. That's bad, right?
That's not good.
hello rest source file.
Huh. Well, we could do an early return if we like
Let's do
keep
some print-based debugging.
a set of all the files that we parsed. But that's ugly.
So yeah, the self-content apparently is a list of lines, which is great.
Oh.
There's like this hello rest at the end.
It does 2 production lists.
Perfect. No, that's a different one.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But why is there hello rest twice in the output? I don't know.
Maybe one of the imports. No, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all.
So if I put it there twice. Oh, I saved
Reload?
statements.
Huh? Oh my god.
The second one.
That is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huh. Hello res 2. Why though? Oh, is it because of that print? No. Maybe self.content is already appended to the thing and you're printing it, thus counting it twice.
I don't know. You know, maybe do a copy of this content. Does copy even work with this view list thing?
We'll have to see.
Then try this. Of course, we need to save this file as well. So it's picked up. Oh no, string list. Oh, it's string list, not view list now. String list has no attribute copy. So no, that didn't work. If I give it a different.
Try removing just the print. Try removing just the print on the line below. Like that.
Oh, but the print goes to standard out, I think, no?
Yeah.
I would think so, but it's the only other source of output, quote unquote output, that I can see in the code.
Yeah, that I don't think that's.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but yeah.
So to be honest, I don't really know what this nested parse does. And if I look at the documentation,
I suppose we could stick. Do you want to stick a PySnooper in there and see what the value is at runtime?
parse in directive content is restructured text.
Thanks.
Parse content to nodes, parse text to nodes. Where's text to nodes? What's added? So what does this do? So you can give it text or a string list, and it'll give you nodes. This looks good. So instead of nested parse, let's do.
Yeah.
Oh, or well, guess I can just put it in here.
I'm going to have to drop in a few minutes because I have to get ready for 9 o'clock. So,
all right. Give it
but thank you so very much, guys.
text.
All good.
Oh, I already left. Didn't even say goodbye.
Hmm? And it's my time now.
All right.
Yes, thank you for the stream today. I'll see you next week.
Yep. See you next week. I'll probably
Bye.
not have time to work on this in the meantime, but
Okay. See ya.
see you then.